Alright, blessed be the name of Yahweh, and blessed be the name of Yahweh Shai. Kalalal, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Right? Say Dumbledore to the apostles and elders of Great Milton that rule well, and salutations to the brothers also they pushing the word on truth and sincerity day in and day out. We say Shalom. Right, and as you can see the picture on the screen, this is a representation of what I want to speak on. Right? And as the picture was showing, watch how small this bridge be, this part. It's so thin that one person alone could walk on it, right? And that is just what I want to go into, right? It's the second Ezra chapter 7 verse outside from verse 7. It says the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. It says like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, right? Verse 8, it's and one only part between them both, even between the fire and the water. It's so small that there could but one man go there at once. And that is the part I want to touch on, right? But one man go there at once, because in this thing you have to know that you have to battle things by yourself as well. You can always be dependent on brothers, because the Most High call upon men, and men deal with these situations that are set before them, right? And you just can't be always dependent on brothers to be holding your hand and toting you through this thing. You can't be a loafer, because if that part so small, right, that there could but one man go there at once. We feel a brother gonna walk side to side with you and go through this route? It can't be, right? It wouldn't always have meant to hold your hand and carry you through. You have to know that you have to work out your own salvation, right, with fear and trembling. You have to do that, not a brother. Because in that day, right, in that day, we feel a brother go and tell the Most High, hey, he was good, he do this and he do that. You have to face your judgment for yourself, right? And the same way that brother have to face it for himself. That's why the scriptures say, but one man go there at once. You can't always be a brother daughter, always tell you do this, or always tell you do that, right? You ought to be a man, show yourself as a man. Because as I said, this hey, is a spiritual battle, not a carnal battle, right? It be spiritual as well. Matter of fact, it be spiritual all times, right? To know that even though you're amongst 15 brothers, this is a thing you have to walk by yourself as well too. Yeah, the brothers who are wrong here is love. We will get down on each other to make sure you stay in the spirit. But don't always be a brother, or don't always be spiritual when you are wrong the brothers, because when you're not amongst them, you have to be so as well, right? Because these brothers, they're just showing you the way. You have to do the right thing now. That way it say, but one man go there at once. At once. One man. He didn't say two, he didn't say three, but one. Nobody ain't gonna hold your hand and carry you through that, right? And through that, if you go on Apostle Ariam Lab page, right, you will see if you go on any of the apostles' page or any of the elders' pages, you will see there was getting on of knuckle dragging. And if you always depending on a brother to always be helping you, he's a knuckle dragger, right? A man always have to hold your hand and tell you to do this, like madness. Because that brother not going and save you, right? So reading over the second Ezra chapter 7 verse 8, it's here, and one only part between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. One man. That what the scriptures talk about, working on the salvation is all fear and trembling, right? That we have to do. Work out your own salvation. A man don't have to do that for you. Right? A man not always tell you, hey, do a video, a brother don't always have to be down in the neck to tell you go and do that. Right? You have to show yourself approve. It's this 2 Peter 1 verse 10. It say, wherefore the rather brethren, it say, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail. Right? Right? You shall never fail. If you give diligence, going through this path, you will never fail. Right? Going through that, you will never fail. We have to give diligence. You have to give diligence. And for yourself, don't make it seem to the rest of men that the rest of men in a camp that you're just giving diligence, around them and you're not doing nothing other than that. Right, so jump into 2 Ezra 7 verse 9. It say, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So you have to go through these things for yourself. Right? Nothing is going to be easy. You have to go through the hard times, to go through that narrow path. Even when you look up narrow, it means it even go back to trial and tribulation. You have to go through that for yourself. Right? Reading over, it says, if the city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive an inheritance? Because even the men that correcting you, them want to receive their inheritance. They walking through the same path. And they working out the salvation, fear and trembling. You know how to do that. Because, hey, he wouldn't always be there to hold your hand. Anytime I hardcore Jacob trouble, when things crack off and brothers separate, because you can never tell what going to happen in that day. What you going to do? What you going to do? That way you see how to show yourself as a man and get yourself right now. Get yourself right now. You work this thing out, right, for yourself, right? So with that, we give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the balance of apostles and elders of great multitude and rule well. And salutations to the brothers also, the pushing the wood and not shoot, and sincerity day in and day out. As I say, but one man go there at once. Always remember that. You have to do this thing for yourself as well. Right? And the men in the camp, tell them stop knuckle jogging. If you have any knuckle joggers, set them straight. Right? There's no playing thing. We're not in any playing time. Right? So until then, we say shalom.